Good morning. Welcome to Mantra 108, where we're working our way through 21 days of the Purana mantra. And this mantra is all about fullness, wholeness, completeness, the fullness of divine consciousness, the fullness of we expressing that divine consciousness. So today, before we get started on our mantra, we're going to talk through our this idea of observing the contrast between ordinary consciousness and mantric consciousness. And I know that those of you who've been practicing with me have been feeling this shift. In fact, I've gotten feedback from a couple of you. Good morning, Cindy. I've gotten feedback from a couple of you that the junk thoughts are starting to be quieter and that you're depending more on your mantra to what does this say? Oh, you saw a heron this morning. That's pretty cool. Wow. Anyway, back to my thought process. So you're starting to experience the benefits of the mantra, the daily mantra practice, and so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the shifts that we're making from our ordinary consciousness to this mantric consciousness. And so as an experience with ordinary consciousness, we experience lack. We experience the grasping that comes with this idea that we're lacking something. Either we're lacking something in our personality, in our expression, or we're lacking something that we want, some stuff, that we want. There's this idea of lacking. But with mantric consciousness, our experience is the experience of fullness, that we have everything that we need, that there is no lack. And our way of being in ordinary consciousness is that we are reactive to the externals. Something comes along, we react to it. We maybe build a story around whatever that is, and then that becomes our junk thoughts. So with mantric consciousness, as we're moving through our mantra, our experience, our way of being is generated from within us rather than always reacting to the externals. Our general state with ordinary consciousness often is stress. But with mantric consciousness, it's more a flow, more fluid, more fluidity that we move with. Our nervous system with our ordinary consciousness lives a lot in the sympathetic nervous system. This is the part of the nervous system which is that flight, fright, freeze part of the nervous system. And again, it's very reactive. It produces chemicals in our body that are not good for us, that produce inflammation. So with mantric consciousness, we live more in the parasympathetic nervous system. So this is the part of the nervous system that that gives us the brain chemistry, releases these brain chemicals that are soothing. So we are more at ease, more in peace with ourselves when we're in the parasympathetic nervous system. And our mantra practice helps us stay more in that part of our being. Our health then, when we're living in ordinary consciousness and we're living in that sympathetic nervous system more often, we experience inflammation in our body, and we know that inflammation is not good for our health. Inflammation is disease producing. Inflammation is at the root of all of the major diseases that we experience, probably all diseases. And so with mantric consciousness, rather than living in this state of inflammation, we're now living in a state of rejuvenation. Our body is able to live in the parasympathetic nervous system more often. We're more often in peace and ease, in a sattvic state, a balanced state. And so our body more naturally rejuvenates itself. Our body movements, when we're living in ordinary consciousness and we're living perhaps with this idea of lack, this idea that we have to fight off the externals, this body reaction of inflammation, our body movement tends to become a little bit more restricted. We experience contraction and stiffness. And in mantric consciousness, our body movement is more easy, more graceful, more fluid, more flowing. Our response to stimulus, our response to outside stimulus in ordinary consciousness can be defensive. We need to defend against those externals that are not pleasant to us. And we judge them. So we're defensive and we're judgmental. But in mantric consciousness, we become more compassionate and we become more curious. Curiosity becomes our first knee-jerk reaction rather than judgment. So these are all really wonderful shifts that we make. The next is our identity. In ordinary consciousness, our identity is very temporal, very in the brain, very judgmental. With mantric consciousness, our identity becomes eternal because we begin to not only understand, but really experience the fact that we are all part of this divine consciousness, which is eternal, never born, never died, always eternal. And the true part of ourself, the big S part of ourself, is this eternal consciousness. So this becomes our identity. Our identity does become eternal. And this helps us not to be afraid of the externals. Our mental contents, which in ordinary consciousness are compelled by the stories that we tell ourselves, particularly the stories from the past. And in mantric consciousness, we are a vehicle for the universal, for the bigger consciousness. Our soul expression. Our soul expression with ordinary consciousness is bound to repeat, bound to repeat, bound to repeat. You know, we think of karmic lessons and that we come back and repeat these lessons karmically. Repeat, repeat, repeat. We're bound to this repetition of experience. But with mantric consciousness, our soul expression is free to enjoy this moment, enjoy the input of this moment, the experience of this moment. Time in ordinary consciousness. We tend to live in the past or in the future in ordinary consciousness. In mantric consciousness, we're more in the present. We live in the present. Our life motivations with mantric consciousness, there is grasping for fulfillment. And this grasping for fulfillment has strong addictive qualities. We may find ourselves addicted to drugs or alcohol or food or exercise or watching Netflix or being addicted to our social media accounts. You know, all of these things are the result of grasping for fulfillment because we're not feeling fulfilled. But as we sink deeper and deeper, good morning, Corinne, as we sink deeper and deeper into our mantra practice, we live more with creative expression, and we get more fulfillment from service of others, service to others. Sound production. So in ordinary consciousness, we're pushing to do. We're productive only. So we're pushing to do. We're talking. But in in mantric consciousness, we become more alive with listening because we're living in that present moment. So we're listening to the experience around us in that moment. And so our listening becomes inductive and productive. And our predominant way of being. So for those of you who have studied the philosophies behind yoga, you'll know that there is this idea of the gunas. And the gunas are our way of being. And there are three predominant gunas. One is tamas, one is rajas, and one is sattva. So tamas, when we're living in a tamasic state, we're living in a place of being sort of apathetic, maybe even depressed. We're kind of that banana slug that's being a couch potato. We don't have motivation to move and do. We're perhaps in a darker place. So this is tamas. When we're in rajas, rajasic, this is the extreme opposite of being tamasic. So when we're rajasic, we are overly active. We are overly fiery. We are go, 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 do, 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 be, 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 you know, just really in this state of, we must go, we must do, we must grasp, we must have. So this is our rajasic state. Sattvic, being sattvic, the middle ground here, is a balance. Being sattvic is all of these things that we've talked about previously. Being in a mantric state, being at ease and balanced and non-reactive and not in a depressive state, but in this state of balance and harmony and ease and peace and compassion, you know, all of these wonderful things are sattvic. So our mantra practice brings us to that sattvic state. So this was just an exploration of moving from ordinary consciousness to mantric consciousness and everything that that can do for us. So now we'll move right into our practice. Go ahead and do your jaw exercises. Open that jaw, move that jaw around. Open the neck. Massage your scalene muscles. Do a little movement in the neck. Ooh, that's a little loud. And then sit tall. Press through your crown. Let your shoulders drop down away from your ears. Let your skin and your muscles soften. Take a nice full inhale. Release that breath. Inhale again. And release. And we'll begin our practice. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate 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 vashishyate Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva 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 vashishyate Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते पूर्णमदा पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् 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 पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते वशिष्यते पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya excuse me Purnam eva Vashishyate Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva 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 Vashishyate Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय 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 पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sit in the vibration of your sound. And so that brings us to the end of our practice today. I will see you tomorrow morning, 8:30. And let's see, today was our 12th day. So tomorrow will be the 13th day of our practice. We're almost 2/3 of the way through with our 21 days. All right, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow morning.